देखिए, I made a video about this a couple of days ago. I am making a video right now, and I will continue to make a video on this until our students get justice. Our students are facing such consequences, such horrific consequences, just because of the neglect and the lack of security checks of Cambridge examination. I don't know what it is, be it neglect, be it lack of security checks, be it whatever reason, be it the corruptness of a couple of personnel, or the fraudulent behavior of a few, or whatever the reason is. Our students should not suffer. Enough is enough. I will continue to raise voice for my students and students all across Pakistan, not just Pakistan, but the entire globe, where the Cambridge papers are being leaked after taking chunks and chunks and loads of money from students in the name of examination fees. And the schools are also, continuously they are continuously milking students for so much money throughout these 4 years and 5 years, only for their exams to be leaked. And then students get anxiety, depression, and then they get all sorts of thoughts that what's the point of doing so much hard work, what's the point of working hard, working for my Cambridge examination, because at the end of the day, the paper is going to get leaked and everything is going to get cancelled, and then all my efforts will go to waste. I'll get in that exam zone once again, and I'll put myself through the exact same pressure. Exams are difficult as they are. The pressure is already there. The pressure is, it gets to you, and the buildup is already there. It's difficult for students as it is. Why make it more difficult? Just because some international board has stopped looking into their they've stopped properly regulating their examinations. Why should our students suffer? Why should the students suffer who have been paying these exam boards for years and years, only to get a very mediocre, a mediocre level of of a testing? It's the reason why I'm calling it mediocre is because the problem with it is that the exams are now going to get cancelled. It's either going to be a predicted grade, or if it's not a predicted grade, it's either you'll get a free reset, wasting your time, and that's what makes it mediocre. And even if you get a predicted grade, it's tough on these students. Students who would have put in the hard work, who would have worked so many years. How are you putting them at par with students who have leaked the examination and knew the answers all along? It's just horrific. And I will continue to make these videos, although I'm not a math teacher. I'm not a math teacher. I don't teach A-level math. I'm a chemistry teacher. But I will continue to raise my voice. And it's high time that these schools, the institutions, all the respective institutions for Cambridge O-levels, A-levels in Pakistan, they get together and then they raise their voice. Because if you don't raise your voice, nothing's going to happen. Every year, the exams, the exact same pattern will repeat. The paper is going to get leaked, and then students are going to get a free reset, and their time is just going to get wasted. There's going to be pressure. Like, once again, the students are going to go through the same anxiety, through the same pressure, to the same trauma and whatnot. But we are mazak bana ke rakh diya. At this point, it's just a joke. The Cambridge examinations have become a joke at this point. I don't care. We teach this syllabus as a hobby. I will be more than happy to teach matriculation and FSC after this time, because then there's no difference between the two. The only reasons why people opt for Cambridge examination is because they have trust in it. It has its own credibility, but slowly and gradually it's losing that credibility. So a lot of teachers aren't speaking about this. A lot of schools are also not speaking about this, for God knows whatever reason, right? They might have their own reservations. I don't care. But you need to understand that for the students' sake, for the sake of our future, for the sake of the future of our students who are going to contribute to our society, we need to speak up for them. If us teachers don't speak up, if the institutions stay silent, then we are just putting our students through a situation in time that will that will have horrific consequences later on for the community as a whole. We might not be able to register it and recognize it at this point, but realize that these same students are the future of this country and for every relevant and respective country. So if these exams get leaked every single time, you're just basically playing with the future of a lot of students. Parents, they have been paying for tuitions, they have been paying for all of these things. We also need to think about our parents at this point, because parents, they pay for tuitions, they pay for books, they pay for schools, and then when the exams get cancelled, paper gets leaked, then they have to get a free reset. But during that time, the student will again pay for tuitions, they will again pay school, and they will again pay to the teachers and the academy. It's just a joke at this point. So I will continue to speak up on this matter until Cambridge starts to recognize their lack of control, and their what can I say at this point? Cambridge needs to appreciate and realize and apologize to the for this horrific paper leak every single time. It's Cambridge's fault. It's not a fault of any student. It's not a fault of any teacher even. Even the one who is leaking these papers, it's not their fault. It's Cambridge's fault for not maintaining its security checks. After all, what are you guys doing? You guys have been taking millions and millions and millions of rupees from Pakistan, and millions of dollars even, I'd say, from this country and from countries all across the world, only to leak your papers. You need to fix this, Cambridge. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you compensate our students. Our students must be compensated, and we need this fixed. Matlab, this is all I can say at this point. And one more thing to all the institutions: you guys need to collaborate. You guys need to come together as a single voice, instead of nafsa nafsi. Please come together for once, for the sake of your students, for the sake of the students of this country, and for the sake of the students, all the students around the world in general, who have to face such consequences because of the complacence of the examination boards. It is the students who suffer at the end of the day. It is the loss of time for students, additional pressure, incremental anxiety and depression, and everything just follows and follows and follows and follows. Please don't play with the futures of these students. Please don't play with the mental health of these students. And please, for crying out loud, fix your examination system. If this remains the case, then I also urge we'll have no other choice but to just boycott Cambridge examination, because there are other good boards as well. Currently, PSN and Excel is doing really well, and I have no problem in teaching PSN and Excel, and also recommending PSN and Excel to a lot of parents and students and whatnot. They're far better than Cambridge at this point. But if Cambridge does not fix this, then Pakistan as a nation, or our country, our schools need to just unite and boycott Cambridge and go towards a better board with more integrity and with more prestige and with more security checks in. Thank you. Bye.